shelter and its services are only here because of people that have been committed and that had a vision.
The memory of working with those other citizens of Cedar City and the county, and the great people that they were, and getting to know them, and the hard work that they did, and the kind of people they were, that they really, really cared about what happened in Cedar City.
So there were pockets, and those pockets had the passion to hang on when the apathy would have made it not move forward.
When I was involved with Kiwanis, we were invited, I think, to build a playpen or sort.
Playground.
A playground for the children.
Every contractor that we went to, we asked them to do it at a very reasonable cost to us, and a lot of them did it for hardly anything.
There's so much hope here that we're talking about this in such a way.
It was a really good example of people working together in the community, and I think that Cedar City, historically, has been very good at that.
We had some really strong voices on the board, people who felt very strongly. Most people were there was enough trust that we were willing to share that. We didn't think alike, which I thought was very healthy. Then you raised the issues, the concerns. You got those, they came into the discussion.
Most of the board members were dedicated to getting it done, and I don't remember there was any question.
At the time, it was quite stressful, but as I look back on it, I think that it's really pretty marvelous that we were able to do that. And we had some things that were like, oh my gosh, these things have happened, and now here we have to do this.
I just thought we were all such strong people that if anybody could figure this out, we could,
We really did, in the end, even when there was disagreement, we made good decisions.
And the snow had just fallen and the building was just framed. It wasn't near completion. And I remember driving by and seeing all of this lumber and the snow on it and thinking to myself, this is really happening.
Mom would always make it a part of our visit to drive up by the crisis center and look at the progress of its construction. She would share with us stories of women whose lives had been changed, children who she was able to interact with.
The shelter had been built. It was brand new. It still smelled like paint. And it was the dedication day. I look over and there's this plaque, and there's my name on it. But I thought, I was a part of this.
I think when we cut the ribbon and opened the shelter, we're there,
Our grand opening ribbon cutting was in the kitchen.
We finally got a place for women and children.
We ended up with a really beautiful building. At the time, it was the nicest shelter in Utah.
With all the work and all the time and all the good and bad times we went through, that this would come to be.